Welcome to Creative Thinking. Now, this section concentrates on providing you with a range of easy and enjoyable techniques that you can use to start thinking in a completely new way. Creative thinking is an essential tool for your mental arsenal, as I find it provides some truly groundbreaking ways of problem solving, especially when you've been stuck for some time repeating what doesn't work again and again. As well as problem solving, creative thinking can help you to create amazing ideas and develop new products and services. And if you just want to use it for artistic or writing projects, then this will help take them to a whole new level. No matter what you're planning on using this for, it is probably one of the most essential sets of techniques for growth, both personal and professional. But before we get to the nitty-gritty, it's worth just taking a minute to think about why we need creative thinking. You see, the majority of us lose our ability to be truly creative as we get older. You probably can't remember personally back to when you were a child, and you honestly could be entertained for hours and hours with a cardboard box, a pen, and your imagination. This is your creativity. One of the reasons for this is simple. We just didn't know any other way. We may be truly creative, but our knowledge, well, that's next to non-existent as a child. Then what happens is we get older. We begin to learn. You can probably remember now when things began being a bit less magical, and you learned that once a year you weren't visited by a jolly man from the North Pole. It was just your parents. The world itself becomes less magical, and you become, well, more knowledgeable. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it's essential for us to survive. But instead of being primarily creative, your activities become primarily literal. As you become more knowledgeable, you see the problems where before there were opportunities. You know why it won't work before you can establish why it might work. You get stuck in a routine, and often this routine becomes an effort to move beyond. What this means in really a couple of words is you become an adult. What creative thinking does is what I like to call knowledgeable creativity. You give both areas equal billing. You use what you know to accept what you do not know. So be prepared to take more risks, search out more opportunities, make mistakes, fail sometimes, but you use your knowledge to begin with, and then you let your creativity take over. You're allowed to be a realist as well as a dreamer, and as you will soon find out, some of the greatest minds and some of the best ideas were simply the results of daydreams. So before we go any further, I'm going to ask you one question. When is a door not a door? When it's a jar.